Okay, so I'm going to record a little bit while I'm out on one of my weekend walks here, but as you can see, the hill that I walk quite often is set up specifically to be like a little hiking trail up on top here. So I am currently right about here. So if you look, the area is set up for families to come up here, for people to come up here, take a nice walk, sit and admire the countryside, the mountain view. They have little exercise equipment set up for the older people when they come up here. But this area is set up for people to come up here and just enjoy it. Walk up to the top of the hill, hang out, maybe have a little picnic. The older folks can come up here. Grandmothers and the grandfathers come up here. They've got their little exercise equipment that they can stretch out all the kinks. Just like exercise equipment back home, it has little instructions on what you're supposed to do, what muscle groups it works with. Have little picnic tables set up over here for people to eat at, but it's all set up so that people can enjoy up here. Take a nice walk with your family. So it's kind of like a hiking trail or a park you'd see in America. But this is the reason why I'm talking about this right now. There's one little difference between these kind of trails and setups in America and areas like this in Korea. And this is actually kind of true all over Korea, and I'll see if I can show you some others here as I'm walking around. But as you're walking your path, sometimes you'll find these. They are family graves. Family burial mound, family graves. Picnic area. So it's just something you don't see very often in the States. As you're walking along, someone's got their family gravesite set up. And this is a map of Gangwon-do, Gangwon province, where I am living right now. Actually, this isn't Gangwon-do, this is Samcheok County in Gangwon-do. So it's divided up, and up here is Samcheok City, where I'm currently living. So you can see Samcheok City occupies this tiny little corner in this big area called Samcheok. So it's a pretty good sized area, but most of the population's all concentrated right here in the city. And then there's little farming villages and such scattered all over. So as you walk up the top of this hill, find remnants of the Korean War. So right up near the top here, still sitting there, is a pillbox to cover the entrance to what was most likely an observation post for the area around here, for the area around what is now Samcheok City. And it is now turned into radio towers. But all the old fencing's there, even the old barbed wire's there. So you can see that nice bright chain link fence right there, and then it goes really brown. That's the old chain link. There's your block house, and then you go back into the buildings there. and it's hard to kind of see through the trees, but there is river flowing through Samcheok. And there's parts where I'm probably not going to talk. I'm just going to kind of keep walking. But, oh, you still can't see very well. See if I can get a good semi-clear-ish spot through some of the trees here. Yeah, so you can kind of see over there in the distance a little bit, there's that bridge that crosses the river. So I used to run all along the river here as a workout. I'd run that river to the bridge and then walk the bridge and then run back across on the opposite side where Rose Park is. And through here, you can kind of see that area that looks a bit like a football field. That is the skating rink, the roller area for rollerblades for Rose Park. You can go down there and rent bicycles, ride around, or just walk around if you want. It's got a nice little track set up. You can see up here, there's all the old fencing and wire. Sitting up there. And I think it's like 4:30 right now for me. So the sun's starting to set. So I want to try to get this done before the sun goes down, because I tried this after the sun had started to go down and it was just pitch black. I recorded me talking and nothing else because it was so dark. So right at the top, we have a nice little area to rest at. And let's see. Yeah, so there's the bridge. And then there's the port. We swing around. Here's the city. And I think, although I do not have my compass directions absolutely perfect, I believe that is east. So you guys are somewhere over there, way across the water, which, according to a bunch of people all across America and all across the world, if I get a powerful enough telescope, I should be able to see the coast of Oregon from Korea, because the earth is flat. But that is neither here nor there. I love reading about that kind of stuff. It's always funny. But anyway, here's the port and the top of the hill. And this, I walk this little trail area at least 2 or 3 times a week, trying to get exercise, because now that I've got a desk job, I'm going to get all fat if I don't work out, because I don't bike like I used to. So here's another shot of Samcheok City, and you can see the coastline. If I follow along here, it goes around, then you see it dips in, way in over there, and then pops back out. So like I said, I think that way is east. Now I'll walk up around here. But yeah, you can see this area up here is, which is why they had probably, I would assume this was probably an observation post set up here, because you've got a view of the port, all the surrounding hillside all around here, down into the river, and of course across over into where the city is, all the way up the coast. So this is a great spot to hold if you want to make sure you can see everything around you and not get surprised by anything. Not only that, it's good to have the port. But it's just kind of odd walking around and you'll see stuff like this, because I know that there's monuments and preserved battlefields and everything over in the United States. I mean, we went to Yorktown, walked around there. You can go check out areas like that. You can go to Europe and see the same thing. You can even see buildings that were up during the Battle of Britain that still have visible damage from bomb fragments, but I've never been to Europe, never seen it. So stuff like this is just really interesting, where you can walk around and there's still bits of history just kind of hanging out, haven't been touched, haven't been moved. They're just kind of there. But it's so nice and quiet up here. Just walk this, get in a little exercise, and somewhere up here, I'm pretty sure it's got to live up here. I doubt it heads down anytime. There's at least one little, I think it might be a pygmy deer. I don't think it's a baby, because I've only seen it by itself. And it comes out at night and roams around. I actually literally almost ran into it one night. I was coming back, walking down the trail, and it walked out of the bushes right in front of me, probably about, I don't know, 10, 12 feet away, and it saw me and I saw it, and it took off back up the hill, and I couldn't see it after that. I turned on my flashlight to see if I could, but I couldn't see it. That's the second time I saw it. The first time I just heard it walking through the underbrush, and I flashed my flashlight up there and caught it in the beam, and it saw me and just stood, and we stared at each other for a while, but it was so dark I couldn't take any pictures. Ooh, let's see if I can get, I don't know if you can see it very well. There's that weird little white plaque down by that tree directly ahead. That looks like it's a slit trench. So that you can, once again, protect up here in the event somebody actually tries to push up this hill. And I cannot imagine during the Korean War having to fight on terrain like this with full gear, trying to work your way up a hillside like that. That's just insane. But anyway, this is the top part of the trail that I walk. I did that other little video about down there, and I walked that trail down there. And that was the one where it was just all trees and basically me just walking really quiet, not saying anything. But that trail is down there, or you can walk this upper trail up here, and it branches off in a couple spots where you have areas where you can sit and relax and look at things. Have a nice little water fountain. And so you have little scoops attached. So you don't have to drink out of your hands or lean your head under the faucet, do anything might be considered uncouth or unsanitary. No, it's because of the sun. Oh well. I was hoping to get a good shot of the mountains out there. The sun throws the camera off. Oh, yeah, see? Exercising. Let me see. If I can find what, oh, there it is. So there's something else I want to show you guys before I cut this video off. And I'll see if I can get a good shot of it here. I think it's going to be right. Yeah. Now let me see if I can get... Ooh, here we go. Okay. So it's going to be really hard to see, and I can't zoom with this thing, I don't think. Anyway, if you see that little gray object down there, that is a headstone. So somebody else's family grave is down there. There's a burial mound down there, but nobody takes care of it.